What's up, guys? Welcome back to Hadley Unwritten. My name is Hadley. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. And yeah, today I just really wanted to talk about why I write. Just because it's like such a big part of my life, and for the last few days I've been posting about writing a lot. That's kind of what I really wanted to talk about today. It's just kind of a simple, short talking video. No advice, no answer questions or whatever. Let's get into this. I started writing in grade 4 after I received kind of almost like a vision of imagination about a witch coming to kidnap me or my sister, and that developed into a story called The Long Lost Sister, which was chaos, and I'm rewriting it now. Yeah, it was chaos. It's really funny to go back to like grade 4 Hadley's writing and be like, oh my gosh, I actually have improved. But it was so funny because like the characters didn't make sense. Like, you want to talk about insta love? They'd never met before and they fell in love because he jumped in front of her and saved her life. Yeah, it was like a fever dream. It made no sense whatsoever. They randomly got magical powers out of nowhere. And like, just the girls, the boys didn't get magical powers, so that was unfair. The poor boys. It's fun to look back on that, and yeah, I think at that time I was like super obsessed with the idea of like having like elemental powers, you know, because I wrote another story after that where it was like she was in a running race for her school, and her school was up in the ruins of this castle, and then they fell through the floor, like the ground of a mountain or something like that, and to like a lost city. Oh, and the castle had a monster in it or whatever. But anyways, they fell through the mountain into a lost water city, and they turned out to be like people with water powers. Not water nymphs or anything logical, just people with water powers, which was so weird. And then just from that Long Lost Sister, I found that I really love to write. I love to create stories, and it's filed from there, and I haven't stopped writing since, which is just so much fun. I don't actually think I can physically go a day without writing, which is kind of crazy. I find that like writing gives me a lot of freedom, like and it is an escape. It's a way of an escapism for me. It almost feels like some of the chaos in my head, especially when I'm going through a rough patch, because oh gosh, okay, I don't know, okay, I didn't know if I was gonna say this today. So I've struggled with mental health a lot. I don't want to get into it too much, but like anxiety, depression, that kind of thing. But whenever I'm going through something like that, writing has always helped, because I've managed to channel what I'm feeling into my writing and into my characters. Oh, I don't really know how to explain it, but like I channel into my writing, into my characters, and like instead of just keeping it in, because I don't really like to talk about my feelings, which isn't good, I know, but it feels like whenever I write, and especially if I'm like struggling, when I write, it feels like I am talking to someone just by writing it out in my characters and stuff like that, which is really nice. Not for my characters, of course, because now they have trauma and a whole bunch of issues that they don't need, but that's okay. They're fictional and I can fix it later. A lot of the time with writing, it's like, it can be very discouraging, especially if you're going through writer's block. Imposter syndrome is a really big one for writers. I feel like you're not good enough, you know, somebody's done this before, somebody can do this better, you know? There's something that only you can give, which is something that I really have to remind myself of sometimes. But it's like, I know that I won't give up, not only because it's a form of escapism for me, but also because fictional characters that I've found in my life and that I've identified with and admired, they've kind of saved my life a little bit. Like, genuinely, they've saved my life. Obviously I've gone through a dark mental place, and I'm not gonna get into that. I don't want to right now, because I'm still working on it, and we're still working on myself, so I don't really want to go into it. But I always found that fictional characters were there for me, especially because I have a hard time communicating about it, and I never really found people I could identify with, but I always could find fictional characters, and I always found that they were there for me. And if I could give that back even to just one person, and just, it would be an honor to do that, because I've been there. And fictional characters, they make us smile, they make us laugh, and they make us hopeful, and they're like a little pinprick of light in oftentimes a very dark world. And I'd love to be able to give back to someone just a little bit of hope that other authors gave to me. Often, in today's world, it's kind of hopeless. Sometimes it's hard to look for it sometimes, especially if you're sitting in the dark. So just a little bit of light, like a fictional character, often helps a lot. And there is no better light than Jesus, who isn't a fictional character, the light of the world. And along with these fictional characters, he saved me as well. Thank you to those fictional characters. Thank you to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Thank you to all those authors who wrote those fictional characters. And thank you to you for watching this video. If you identified with anything, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you in the next chapter. Stay hopeful, okay? I love you.